Okay, let's start.
Hello and welcome to this evening's Janmashtami special on Inspiring Indian Women, Facebook Live. Welcome to all our guests and all our listeners. I'm here to introduce our guest tonight, our special guest called Shweta Dhall, who is, of course, an inspiring Indian woman. And she is she's multi-talented. We spoke a bit earlier, and it's clear that Shweta has many talents. So she trained as an accountant and lives here in the UK, and is a working mother full-time. And her passion, as she described it, her main passion is music, is Indian music. And I, for one, certainly would love to know more about that. But first of all, are we going to hear you sing, Shweta, tonight?
Definitely. You guys will be singing a lot of me. If you guys are not already bored of it, because I keep posting my songs. You can follow me on my page, which is Versatile Vocals by Shweta. First and foremost, namaste to everyone. Wish you all a very, very happy Janmashtami. Krishna Janamotsav ki aap sabko bahut badhaiyan. And thanks for the introduction, a very kind introduction, Lakshmi. As we had a brief conversation about this, this is my passion, and I very strongly believe everybody should have a passion or a hobby to grow old with, so that once the kids are all gone, you are just left with yourself, so you can hone that passion and live your life again.
Wonderful. That's a lovely message. I agree. I think to have a balanced life, we have to have multiple interests, right? And if you've got a 9 to 5 in an office, then something artistic and creative is just a wonderful way to balance that.
Absolutely. Everyone has something or the other. It's just to figure that out and take it forward.
Yeah. So when did your interest in singing begin?
I think I was very young. A lot of people don't know, but I am a dancer as well. I had a brief training in Kathak, and that's where my love and interest for music started. From dancing, it moved to singing. So I have done a little training in music as well. But as I was good in studies, I think the emphasis was more on education than follow music. But yes, at a very early age, I was interested in music, and I used to sing in most of my school shows and the competitions. I have participated in numerous competitions. So
wow, fantastic.
that is very
Was that more like a classical musical background, or was it more like a Bollywood? Was it a mixture of both?
It started with classical. So the training I had was in classical, but obviously Sangeet in itself is a very big sadhana, and it has to be done. It's like it is a whole subject in itself. You just can't do it along with something. So it has to be done with wholehearted, full concentration. But then gradually, because obviously it was difficult to keep pace with it, so we decided that I will switch more on the Bollywood semi-classical singing. So it was I usually sing more. I'm more Bollywood oriented, I would say.
Right, but you're obviously, you have that versatility and you can switch mode if you like.
Yes, to an extent.
Tonight you'll be singing a more devotional song.
Yes,
right?
it will be devotional songs, plus will be a little mix of some motivational songs as well, not only just devotional. As it's Krishna Janmashtami special, I will start with a few Krishna bhajans, and then we will gradually move into Bollywood side.
So whilst you bring up the Krishna bhajans, shall we have one as a little taster?
Definitely, definitely. Let's go for the first one. यशोमती मैया गोदी में लाला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, यशोमती मैया फिर बोली नंदलाला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, गोरी मुस्कुराती मैया ललन को बताया, गोरी मुस्कुराती मैया ललन को बताया, काली अंधियारी आधी रात में तो आया, लाडला कन्हैया मेरा हो, लाडला कन्हैया मेरा, काली मम्मी वाला इसीलिए काला, यशोमती मैया फिर बोली नंदलाला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला। गोरी मुस्कुराती मैया सुन मेरे प्यारे, गोरी मुस्कुराती मैया सुन मेरे प्यारे, गोरी गोरी राग गाके नैन तड़ाए, काली नैनवाली हो, काली नैनवाली ने कैसा जादू डाला इसीलिए काला, यशोमती मैया फिर बोली नंदलाला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला। कितने मिला था प्यारी आई इतना इतने मिला था प्यारी आई इतना, मैंने चांद डाला बोली बल खाती, मैया कन्हैया तेरा हो, मैया कन्हैया तेरा जग से निराला इसीलिए काला, यशोमती मैया फिर बोली नंदलाला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला, राधा तू मोरी मैं हूँ काला। Thank you very much.
Wow,
I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Fantastic, Shweta.
so beautiful.
I think the loud, a little bit louder, your mic has to be.
Okay, I think it was on the highest. I think it was on the highest, but I will try to lower down maybe the music a little.
The music seemed, I think, just at the right pitch for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it started off quiet, but then it felt like it came to a nice volume.
Okay. Yeah. I
Really,
think I don't know much about the mic volume because that's on the highest. So
could everyone else hear okay?
I found it very nice and soothing. Only thing I just wanted Shweta to sing a little louder, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
okay, I will try
Yeah.
Rashmi with losing the
I
sur.
know. Also, yeah. Also want to tell the viewers that Zoom, it's always, there's some kind of a glitch always there when you do live singing. Zoom is not at all very supportive for live singing. But let's enjoy. Let's continue. Over to you, Lakshmi.
When someone has a higher pitch, is that what you mean, Rashmiji?
Yeah, no, Zoom has always been not very good for singers. I've always heard. I think the other medium StreamYard is much better for singers. But let's have it and we'll try StreamYard sometime later.
Yeah, I think there's always a lag. So yeah, you'll have to give a little credit to the technology glitch as well. But yeah, let's enjoy the evening.
Yeah, I think just be louder. Just get into the mic. That's all. Okay.
We certainly got the feel for it. It was really such a sweet bhav. You know, I really felt that Krishna bhav myself and had this sweet image of Krishna and Mother Yashoda. So really, you really were able to convey that so beautifully for me. You know, yeah.
I think I will give a little credit to me being a dancer, like because I was trained, so I'm very good with expressions. Sometimes I overdo. I have to control myself. So I think a little credit there that the expressions are natural. It's not like I'm trying something. It's very natural. Just comes with the song.
Did you, as a dancer, as a Kathak dancer, were you also manifesting these deities and Krishna and Radha, and were you also playing their characters?
Well, I think I had a very brief exposure to Kathak. So, but I have again dancing ever since my childhood. So being a dancer doesn't matter if you're classical or not. Expressions are very important. Some people dance with hands. I think I dance with my face. My face is more emotive as compared to my mudras, I would say.
Yeah, nice.
Shweta, I realized one thing while you're talking, that when you keep the mic closer to your lips, you sound louder. So that distance, yeah, I think so.
But even for the normal conversation, you wanted this loud?
Yeah, actually, we can hear the voice much better when your mic is closer. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out.
It's not too loud when you speak into the mic, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Try your song also closer to the lips, the mic.
I will try the next one.
Yeah, maybe just there where you are now. Just there. Yeah. Yeah, just there. Yeah. Okay.
When you're singing, are you thinking of Lord Krishna?
Absolutely. I could characterize Krishna ji complaining to her mother that, why am I dark, but Radha is so beautiful. And then when Radha ji comes and she glorifies Krishna being wheatish complexion, and she says because he is different in the entire world. He's very unique. So that's why he is of this color. Today only my daughter was asking me that why did you dress up blue? it wasn't intentional, but coincidentally drew my attention that, in the images we portray, Krishna ji is blue, he is Sham Rang. So, and she's the one who actually pointed it out as well. She said, "Are you trying to dress up for the theme because it's Janmashtami?" So we have a lot of images of Krishna ji in our house, and they are all blue in color. So she was the one who actually figured that out. So yeah, it is definitely, if I can't feel it, then it won't come out as natural. Otherwise, it could be just plain singing as well.
The feeling has to be there, right? I can hear a slight reverberation and echo. I'm not sure if that's
because my mic has a reverb and echo. So
I think it's okay. But yeah, let's see.
yeah.
So how do you manage to support your this beautiful pastime when you're so busy in your life with your important work as an accountant and as a mother first and foremost? When do you get time?
I think my kids and my husband is very, very supportive. They understand that I need to sing. If I don't sing, I'm not the person they would want to see me. So there is a lot of understanding from their side, to be honest, because like we had this event today, and I have been cut off for good 2-3 hours. My daughter wanted to spend time with me, but I told her I have an event, and she's like, "Okay, let me help you set it up for you." So she's the one who's she and my son, they both look at the technical side. I'm not very good at the technical side, so she's the one who helps me through it. Then my husband's making dinner because by the time you finish, it will be dinner time. So I have to say I'm blessed with a very supporting family.
That's wonderful. That's so important for a woman, right? I mean, it goes both ways. But in this day and age, as we're multitasking so much, and more, we need a supportive partner. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it goes both ways. Like not only women, men also need support to go out and about and achieve what they want. So if we can be supportive, why can't men be? And these days, I think having a supporting partner, be it a male or female, is a blessing. It is a blessing, and I'm blessed with one.
I've heard that that many artists, whether they're dancers or musicians, they've often expressed how difficult it is, and even some go to the extent of saying that dancers, they can't get married, or musicians, they can't get married. Maybe this is more in the West. I hear this. I think in India maybe they somehow they achieve that balance, but I hear many musicians actually, and artists and dancers, saying they're so devoted to their art form, and they have to be, that everything else has to somehow get sacrificed.
Yeah, I think once when you're aspiring, it has to be your priority. As I said, it's not like something you can do as a secondary option. If you are really keen on following music or any art form, you have to give in your 100%. It is like any mainstream subject that you follow. So I know it is difficult because loads and loads of practice goes in before any show is put up in front of you. Even like I'm a very small artist, but even when I put my songs on Facebook page, a lot of effort goes into it. It is very important for people to acknowledge that it's not like you come in, you sing, and you post it. There's a lot of hard work that goes in there. Sometimes if the recording doesn't come out as expected, the family has to bear the tantrum and the anger as well, because there is a lot of work that goes in. So if at my level it is quite involving, then I can only assume if you are a full-time musician or a performer, then I don't know what it takes, to be honest.
Do you have you sung it in shows, and have you performed on stage?
Yes, I have performed on quite a few prestigious platforms that IIW has provided me. So thanks to Rashmi, I have sung twice in the British Parliament. I have also performed in Diwali Mela in London, Diwali at Trafalgar, and that was a dance. We did a group dance. So, and yes, I did one for the Indian High Commission as well. Then there was one, yeah, there are quite a few I have done, and I do get shows, but I'm a bit picky what I want to do or how much I want to stretch my passion, to be honest. So I do get offer for singing in a hotel but I feel that the artists are not valued enough. So, I have had people who ask me to perform for free and they're like, oh, you're such a beautiful singer, we would love to have you on our platform. And if you even ask them to pay their minimum, just the travel or something, and they're like, oh no, we can't afford, it's a charity event. I don't understand. If you are charging a ticket, I don't see why you can't pay the artists. And I feel that is very unfair.
That's a really interesting. That's a very valuable point that you make. Do you think that there seems to be some sort of expectation that you should be doing it like as a service? And yeah, I completely agree actually with you when you say that you should that they're not, musicians and artists are not valued in the same way that other types of vocations are given value. People pay for their services and or their whatever they have to offer, and they can pay a lot of money, a lot of money, right? Yet when it comes to artists, it's not seen in the same light somehow. Yeah.
People, I feel it is unfair. If you think a person is not at that professional caliber that you should be paying them, then why invite them? Why are you inviting them? And if you think they are of that caliber, then I think you should do justice to the art. See, if it's a community event which is free for all, it's understandable. But if it's a ticketed event and you're asking someone to perform, by God's grace, for me, this is not my main profession, but for those for whom it is their first profession or their living, their livelihood, I think it's very unfair, very unfair. That is something that London has to work on. Pay the artists.
Work on London, did you say?
Yeah, I think that is something that London has to work on as a community, to give the artists their due credit.
Do you feel it's particularly in any specific culture, or do you feel it's across the board, that it's across the world, across cultures?
To be honest, I haven't had exposure to any Western musical shows. So my exposure is limited to Bollywood and Indian society. But I would not like to generalize it because I don't have the exposure to the other side. But I know of people who are into Western music and they don't perform if there's nothing in it for them. And think about it, if you are going for a DJ, or just because he's your friend, might be able to do it for free, but if you go out asking a professional, will he do it for free for you? So, but that's how it is.
that I think there needs to be some sort of cultural shift in that regard. Yeah, where we value the art form and credit where it's due, and you raise the status of the artist in doing so.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree.
You mentioned Bollywood. What is your take on current the current Bollywood trends? How do you feel about Bollywood music?
It is amazing, but I prefer soft music. So I'm more of Shreya Ghoshal, soft music, romantic music type. But obviously, Neha Kakkar is another trendsetter. She's a different voice quality, tonal quality. So yeah, I'm upbeat with the latest trend, but I really prefer someone like Lataji, who's anything she sings is beautiful. Anything she sings is beautiful. Magical voice.
Can we hear one of your songs again, please?
Yeah, I will take another bhajan because it's Janmashtami dedicated, and this one that I'm going to sing, I've recently put this one on my Facebook page, and yeah, so this is live, that is recorded, so there will definitely be a little different. So yeah.
अब तो बोलिए कि मुझे सुना जाओ तमें
I can't hear.
You guys can hear me? Is the music okay, actually?
Yeah, sounds okay.
बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय.
Thank you. That was so nice. So nice.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope the sound came out all right. I tried as close. At one point of time, I thought I'm going to need the mic.
Yeah, I see what Rashmi was saying about Zoom not doing justice. I can hear the quality, of your singing, but through the speakers, and yeah, of course it doesn't give the full effect, but we have to make do.
One of the side effects of the online shows.
Yeah, sure. Do you practice? How often do you practice actually singing?
I try to do at least half an hour a day. I have to be honest, I'm not able to keep up with the busy schedule, but I try to at least dedicate minimum half an hour to 45 minutes a day.
And do you notice a difference if you take a break from it, maybe like when you had children or something, babies, and you had a break and then you went back to it? How did you find that? Did you notice the change, a difference in being, do you need to keep your vocal cords in training to the muscle?
Yes, definitely. There's a big difference. So if you don't practice, then within an hour, like if I have to do an hour show, by the end of it, my voice literally gives up. It literally gives up. You can hear me literally stretching it. So it is very important that you practice because it is important to keep you in the rhythm and so that you are able to perform longer durations without any, without struggling to keep up your tonal quality. So it is very important.
It's more of a struggle, right? So if you're practicing, it will come easier and to go smoother.
Like you can feel a little huskiness or a little in my voice because I was practicing before coming here. So I had just jotting down what songs I will be presenting and just running through them once. So my voice is now starting to give up.
Okay.
Not sure if you can observe it, but I can feel it.
You have the refined sense to, yeah.
Absolutely.
I would not be able to notice, but I'm not tuned in at that level, of course, that you would be. Yeah. You have a home studio? You have a home studio?
I do, right behind me. I cleared it all. So, but yeah, I dream to have a proper studio one day. I'm not sure when, but that is what I dream to have. So yeah, maybe make some mark in Bollywood. I don't know if I will be able to do it or not, but if you start with a dream, you reach somewhere. If you start without a dream, you stand nowhere. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a vision and you're going towards it, even if it's at a slower pace than if you were giving it all your time. Yeah.
Absolutely. I need to take that big plunge, as in, yep, I'm going to give my heart and soul to this. Let's see what comes out. Doesn't matter. At the end, you're going to come out winner anyways, because you've tried what you really wanted to achieve. Even if you don't, at least you have tried. You don't live with the regret that you haven't tried.
Yeah. So what is your next step now towards the musical career?
To be honest, I'm a little lost. I have all the ingredients ready. I know where I want to be, but I'm missing that guidance where, whom to approach, and how to go about it. So once I figure that out, I think I'll be sorted.
I really appreciate the honesty answer, actually. Yeah.
Oh, yes, there's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. If anybody is listening and is happy to help, I'll be more than happy to take help.
Yeah.
I'll be more than happy to take help.
So maybe some sort of coaching or an agent?
Yes. So basically, I want, like, I have a dream that I'll release maybe an album, not too many, but 3-4 songs. So I know it is a money heavy process. I'm happy to do that because, as I said, I don't want to live with a regret that I had the opportunity and I didn't use it. But yeah, so basically getting the right guidance, how to go about it, and what's the best way to do it.
So if anyone out there, any of our Facebook viewers has any interest or inkling in this area, please do reach out to Shweta.
SOS. I'll bless you for life.
Yeah, it's a process, right?
Well, it's a process. It's a fight that I have with myself every day. I have to tell you, because my family thinks, my friends always appreciate and motivate, and they say I should move in that direction. But when I'm not heading in that direction, it's like a fight with myself, an inner fight. But well, I can't complain. I'm happy where I am. But yeah, I aspire to be a better version musically of myself.
So how would that look in terms of, would you pursue more training, or are you ready just to launch into the production?
To be honest, I don't think I can go back to classical training now. I did try that. I did 6 months of training. I was quite enjoying it. But then after a point of time, it became difficult. And when it becomes difficult and you have you have a backup plan already, so you just easily give up. But I have given it a couple of tries, so I don't think, I think I'll be more into semi-classical zone, as in, yeah, maybe a more of a vocal training, you're coaching your voice to sing in different genres, but I don't think I will go deep into classical bass.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed your voice changing as time goes on? Is that something?
Absolutely. It is, if you don't train or practice enough, it definitely changes. But then if I'm religiously practicing, for like when I was doing my classical training, I could feel the difference. My notes were in the right place. I could finish song in the right note. I could stretch my voice. So definitely, one good thing, one takeaway from the classical training was my voice quality improved a lot.
So
because, yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask about, if you were to give advice to budding musicians and singers, would your advice be to start with classical training always, and then you move into your area, or what would you say to them?
Well, to be honest, I am no one to advise. I'm not in that position, but from my experience, I think I should have start at a young age. The younger you start, the fresh your mind is, you have more capacity to take. So start younger. Definitely having classical base is very, very, very important if you want to build up your career in this field. It could be Western classical, it could be Indian classical, it could be any classical, but you need to have that classical base. Because then I feel it gives you that wing to fly and explore something new. it gives you that confidence.
Nice answer. It makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one element I feel I miss, that I wish I had continued my training and followed this passion. And you never know, I might be in Bollywood, sitting in Bollywood somewhere, singing songs. I was having this conversation with my daughter last night, and she said, "Do you have any regrets?" And I said the same thing to her, that I should have, stuck to my passion and followed it through. And then she said, "But then if you were in Bollywood, you wouldn't have met daddy, and then we wouldn't be born. So I think what happens happens for good." And I said, "Yeah, you're right."
Children love to think like that, right? They're very linear in their mental.
Absolutely. Their necessities in their life are limited. So they need mommy, they need daddy, same mommy, daddy. So yeah.
Yeah. So there's plenty of opportunity and time in your life to express this passion, and it's wonderful. I can feel the fire in you, to pursue this, and that's really inspiring, actually.
Yes, it is very beautiful, because sometimes when I get a bit demotivated or demoralized, then I have a very supporting family, not only my husband, like not the immediate family, but even my cousins, my husband's side of the cousins. They are like, they keep on sending me notes like, you are an inspiration, how to balance work and your passion at the same time. So these are kind of, very motivating factors. So I'm really blessed with a very motivating and appreciating family.
Yeah.
So they keep me going. They don't let me. Yeah, sometimes I'll be honest. Sometimes I have days where I feel like, I should just leave this. I'm just. But then I think how I started, because I enjoy singing. So there was a time when I absolutely had no singing at all. Absolutely no, I had completely forgotten that I sing. It's only when I came here and somebody invited me for an Independence Day, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should go and sing. And from there, it actually picked up. So
during that time when you didn't sing, what was how did you feel in terms of your creative outlet? Where was it? How did you?
I think I was very busy with life, as in I got married, moved to this country, then looking for a job, trying to find your place in this new territory altogether. And then I had my son. Then I think I wasn't classically training or following my passion. I would just sing and bore my husband all throughout the day. So I am actually singing all the time. Practically, I'm singing all the time. So even when I'm doing the dishes or whatever, I'm always singing. But not trying to polish it, or I was just singing for the. It was just ingrained in me.
It just comes out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Any free time, I would just start singing.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a lucky family to be able to hear your sweet voice throughout the day.
Then they would be like, "Oh my God, she sings all day." Oh dear. Sometimes I have to apologize because I keep on singing, and they are like, "Can you stop singing for a minute?"
So can we hear another, please? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna take another Lataji's song.
Oh,
Yes.
You know, if you had recorded that in a professional studio, I would not have been able to tell the difference between yourself and Lataji, actually.
Oh, that's a very big, that's a very, very big comment. Thank you, thank you. I'm really honored. I'm not even, a pinky of hers, to be honest. She is a gem.
You did great justice to her song.
Yeah, there are some songs which are very close to my heart. People might be wondering, like, singing the same songs, but I can't imagine a show without these songs. So, like this one, there is Tujse Naaraz Nahi Zindagi, Hairan Hu Main, because the lyrics are also so beautiful. You actually feel, I think old days, the lyrics of the songs were so beautiful. You actually can feel the song.
Did you grow up with Lataji's music? And
I did. I used to My parents are also musically oriented. They both are very good singers as well. So we always had this musical environment in the house, and yeah, I think I'm a very Bollywoodish person. If I was not good in studies, I'm sure I would have been in Bollywood. There was no way. It's like if my dad was not very conservative, I would have been in Bollywood. मेरे रग रग में बॉलीवुड है.
So what is your, sorry?
Ask my husband, he's like, you're such a drama.
So many Indian families obviously are very academically minded, and of course encourage their children and grandchildren to follow a more academic route, go to university and study something where you are guaranteed to, you know, have a vocation and have a decent income. And of course, who can blame them for giving that advice? But if say one of your children or someone comes to you as a mentor, what would your advice be to them if they wanted to follow their passion in the musical industry, in the creative industry?
Well, both of them are, as you know, there's too much music in my house as well. So I wanted to make sure they both have an exposure to music. They can decide if they want to take it forward or not, but they both are musically very oriented. At a very young age, they both used to perform on various community shows and stages. But as they have grown up, they've become, now they've got a mind of their own. So it's more like, you can't force me, it's my life, I decide. But I really wish one of them makes my dream come true and be a rock star. So when I go on the stage and when they are performing on a big platform and I get called up, I will snatch the mic and present a song. Live my dream basically through them. But let's see, I'm all up for it. I won't blame. The time we were growing up, the only profession people knew were engineer and doctor. I am the first chartered accountant in my family. So when I said I'm going to take commerce, there was a big resistance in the family that, you're such a bright student, why should you go for commerce? But my parents supported me that, if you want to follow that dream, you want to be a chartered accountant, go for it. So yeah. I think I'm all happy. My kids, if you're watching, please, if you want to do something in the music industry, I'm all up for it.
That's so nice. You have your mama's blessing. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
That's so important, I find, that parents actually support their children's passion, because so much of the time it's suppressed, it's dampened, and they're more than encouraged to go in this different route that doesn't resonate for them. It doesn't, they don't have that innate feeling for it. It's kind of projected on them, right, by a different generation or different expectations. I find it a bit sad.
It's very difficult to understand also that you have a passion. When I was growing up, obviously I used to love everyone saying, oh, you have a beautiful voice, you sing so well. But I don't think I had the mental ability to understand that I am passionate about music. If I had that clarity in my head, I think I would have fought for it and gone against all the odds. Because I had the passion to be an accountant. I was very clear in my head that I want to be an accountant. So even there was resistance in the family, I still said, no, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do. So if I had, I think sometimes it takes you time to figure out that it is your passion. But again, I think whenever it strikes you, you should try and follow it.
I think that's a really interesting point you made, and perhaps one that we don't really stop to think about, because it needs some discernment. You need to kind of step back outside of your daily routine and outside of your programming from family and whatever and school, and to actually think, what is it that I want to do in this life? What is it that sings, no pun intended, is calling me? What is calling me? What makes me joyful? What gives me inspiration? All those questions which we're not really encouraged to ask, and it requires maybe stepping out of your paradigm, your mental paradigm, to be objective a little bit more as well as subjective, and think, what do I want to do?
Absolutely. Once you figure out what you want to do, then I think it is easy for you to follow it. But the most difficult thing is to identify what you really love doing, what you really enjoy doing. So yeah, lucky are those who have figured it out and followed it through.
Such nice advice. Yeah.
Absolutely.
For anyone, actually, not just the young people, in the world.
I think it's for everyone, to be honest. People my age, or even like my parents, they were busy all their life, working. Both of them were working. So my mom was a teacher, dad was in the manufacturing sector. But now that they are retired, they've actually formed a senior citizen band. So they perform for their society, and so they are actually living their dream and passion, to be honest. So there is no age limit. You can, whenever you realize, you follow it. That's it.
And the older we get, the more we also, I feel, the more societal norms drop away. Age becomes just a number. It's really about how you feel, and I think we come into our own as we get older, and we stand our ground, right? We're not so influenced and so passive as we perhaps were as young people. And, listening to what do others think of us, and it doesn't, none of those things matter as we get older, right? Or matter much less.
Yes, I think you learn to love yourself the way you are, and the day you accept yourself the way you are, I think you have conquered half the world, half the battle. So it gives you a different confidence to just go out and achieve much more than you would have otherwise. Yeah, I'm talking all motivation. My kids would be laughing off right now.
You should, maybe consider a career as a motivational coach.
I know. All my friends would be laughing off. Okay, shall we? I don't know if we are running overtime or.
Rashmi ji?
Yeah, you can go ahead with your next song. We're waiting.
Okay.
Maybe we have one or two songs in together, and then we can end.
Yeah, maybe I can do a couple of songs and
just go on. Yeah, only thing we're getting comments on the Facebook that we can't hear, there's echo, so I think you ought to maybe make your music louder and your voice. I know that we've been trying for that. We do apologize to all the listeners on Facebook and everywhere that we're trying our best. Yeah, Shweta, go for it.
But are you guys hearing? I think it's echo when I'm singing. I think that's what they mean.
I can hear an echo when you speak, actually. Not so much.
My mic has an echo, so I have turned it down because I had it a bit higher. So I've turned it down. Can you tell the difference? Now,
That's better.
That's echo completely gone. But can you hear me loud enough now?
Your speaking voice is much better now.
Or else shall we try without the music or something, without I don't know, without music or without mic, I don't know. Can we start just normal and see if that works?
Without background music, maybe I can reduce the music.
Okay.
the volume of the music, because there has to be some bass to sing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe let's try another song, and
So you can go on with couple of 2-3 songs at a stretch, and then we can end. Yeah.
okay, yeah. I hope this was better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, the quality sounded good to me.
Okay, okay.
You
So I'm gonna take next one, which is another one very close to my heart. So, yep. is one song very close to my heart. It has very meaningful lyrics. I think to sum it up, it says, life is too short to live with any regrets, to hold grudges against anyone, and it's all about give and take. So yeah, once you're gone, you're gone.
Beautiful lyrics. I never knew that that's what the lyrics were conveying. I heard these songs growing up, but thank you for that. That's really special.
Yeah, it is a very beautiful song. The entire song, I've just sung a bit of it, but the entire song has very beautiful lyrics and meaning to it. I'm sure the old singers used to um, uh, enjoy singing these songs because they were so meaningful songs.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Thanks. So, thank you. It's really touching, actually. It was really touched me.
I'm sure. Thank you so much. I hope. I'm sorry, but whenever we do from Zoom to Facebook, there's a lot of quality lost in between. So I'm sorry to all the viewers who couldn't hear me very clearly. I can't see your Facebook comments. I will only go back and look at them. But please bear with us. There is always some voice quality lost in between, these online shows. And thank you, Rashmi and IIW, for giving me this chance. What are you munching, Rashmi? We can see. Anything interesting?
It's peanuts.
Could make out.
Midnight snack.
I hate, I should be doing this, but I love snacking,
It's all right. It's all right. It's you live life your way. Those who like join in, those who don't will leave.
It's definitely a pleasure, Shweta, hearing you. You've got a very nice, soothing quality of your voice. It's really sounds very, you feel so relaxed. One feels so mesmerized and relaxed and soothing. This is something which we all have to, and these days we require more of your kind of songs, more of your kind of voice to give us that soothing feeling, because the world is so depressed. Yeah, so are we done for today, or are you doing singing something else?
I think we can call it a night. People will be bored. You've said enough good things about me. Thank you so much. Very kind. And thank you always for giving opportunities and be ready and have us on board all the time. So I am an IIW permanent fixture, you can say.
We love you. We love you. We love your
I love
singing.
you guys back. I love you guys back. Thank you so much. And thank you, Lakshmi. You've been a beautiful host. It was so nice to have that, an informal conversation, because if you plan ahead, there are only a few things you can say. But it was really nice. It was a natural conversation. And thank you so much.
That's what I love about this show, that it's just so natural. Nothing needs to be, auditioned and
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshmi. You wonderful host. Yeah, please do come often to IIW platform. I know you're so busy, but we want you to be here more often. Yeah. Shweta, if you don't know now, Lakshmi is a herbalist, She has all these secret herbals, the remedies, what people, our dadima or nanima used to use. So she knows a lot of things. She's got knowledge of all these herbal. I think, Lakshmi, we need another session with you again.
Sure, anytime. You pick a topic.
Yeah, it will be nice to have. I know from my conversation that she is into natural healing, which I think the world is moving towards natural healing. So it will be nice if we can arrange one session and have a little bit more insight into it. Because our knowledge is very limited when it comes to natural healing, but I'm sure there is more to it which you can throw some light on.
Definitely. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen on Facebook, we are done for today. Happy Janmashtami, wishing everybody. So today we had Puri and Sabzi from Hyderabad, being taught by Meenakshi, and a little bit of singing and beautiful songs by Shweta with our lovely Lakshmi Sivalanka, a herbalist. So tomorrow what we have is Jayati, who's coming, Jayati Bhadra and her husband. They are into student support system, and they have all these we were supposed to have this session earlier, but it had to be postponed due to some reasons. So they're back again, and they'll be talking about how students there can be supported with various part-time jobs maybe, or CV writing, employability skills, anything, so they have all sorts of things in their on their website, and people can contact them. So tomorrow 7 p.m. UK time we have them again. Take care, everybody. It's goodbye from Inspiring Indian
Thank
Women.
you. Goodbye from Shweta as well, signing off.
Bye.
Thanks.
You've made
Bye,
my.
Lakshmi.
Thank you.